Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Your Time to Shine, a radio show designed to help you explore your own divine gifts. How are you today? I am on the road this week, so don't have my normal computer with me, and so we're improvising this evening. So glad to have you here tonight, and so glad to be here as well. Tonight I sat down and I picked some cards for you all. I've been doing that the last few weeks. It just feels like it's the right thing to do, that you guys need a little bit of some angels out there providing you with some information. And so tonight I got a card, and it's all about taking it one day at a time. Like there's so much information coming in right now, whether it's new information for you, whether you're going through something, whether you're trying to make decisions, but it's feeling all very overwhelming and a little chaotic. And so your angels and guides are telling you to slow it down and just take it one day at a time. I used to tell some of my clients who were going through some similar times that I actually had a technique that I did when I went through some really troubling and trying times. And I did it by going 1 hour at a time, because that was able, at that point in my life, I was able to chunk it down into bite-sized pieces where my mind and my body and my soul could all handle it at the same time. Sometimes when we're going through things, especially for me, my mind goes 100 miles an hour. And so sometimes you have to just slow it down enough so that you can think clearly. And for me, I sometimes would have to concentrate on something just 1 hour at a time. And then I'd get through that hour and I concentrate on the next hour and then the next hour, right? And then pretty soon I was able to do 2 hours at a time, or maybe 3, depending on what I was going through and trying to navigate at the time. So if you take the situations and you chunk that down in order for your mind and your body to be able to catch up to what's going on around you, then you're able to slow it down and really get into the nitty gritty of what you are needing to know, needing to hear. And sometimes that's all it takes, is to slow us down a bit and take 1 hour at a time or 2 hours at a time. And then once we're able to navigate that, right, then you can go longer and longer. And pretty soon you're back to looking at 1 day at a time or a week at a time, right? But it's all a process. So as you're going through that process, you have to stop and give yourself a break and say, it's okay that I'm in where I'm doing what I'm doing, and I'm only taking an hour at a time. Because I found when I just took it at an hour at a time, everything seemed more manageable. I could concentrate on that hour and say nothing else mattered. It was like I put my blinders on and I said, all I'm doing is concentrating on this 1 hour. And it actually felt empowering, honestly, to just know that I was concentrating on this 1 hour. I got through it with flying colors. Okay, let's start the next one, right? So just remember that whatever it is that you're going through, it's not always going to be this way. It's not always going to feel this way, act this way, look this way. Every day that you get up and you start a new day, it's going to look different. So then you can reevaluate the next day. Okay, what do I need to do in order to stay centered and balanced and be able to hear my guides and my angels and know what I need to do for the day? Okay, so just take it little bits at a time, whatever that looks like for you, because for everybody, it's going to be just a little bit different. But right now, there's so much coming in, there's so much information coming in, so much going on that you need to be able to chunk that down a little bit so that you can actually, get through the day, think about what needs to be done, make your checklist, and go forward. So, hope that helps. 1 hour at a time, one day at a time. You've got this. Know that you do. All right. Right now, we're going to go to the phone lines. We have a caller waiting. We have Kayla in St. John's, Newfoundland, I think. Good evening,
Yes,
Kayla, and your time. How are you?
good.
Good. What can I do for you this evening?
Um, I was hoping you have do medium, do you? I had a
Yes.
question about my boyfriend. He died this spring, and he was
Okay.
alone. So I was just curious. It's kind of sad, but I want to know if he's okay.
Sure, absolutely. Kayla, I'm so sorry for your loss. I know that I can't imagine what you're going through. So just know that my heart goes out to you and your family. Um, let me take a few moments and check in and see what I can find out for you. And there's going to be a little moment of silence, and then I'll be right back with you. Okay? Okay, Kayla. Um, so what I'm picking up right now, I feel like I'm having trouble. I'm having trouble breathing. Um, I'm being shown that everything happened so fast. Um, it feels very unexpected, actually. Um, like he wasn't prepared. Um, and at, I think he's still trying to get used to being on the other side, but he wants you to know that he's fine, that there's peace behind it all. Um, unlike anything that he ever thought could be. Um, he didn't really think that there was really much on the other side, and so this is really proving him wrong, in a good way. He says, but it's very different. And so being out of a human body and being in spirit, it's taking a little bit to get him acclimated, so to speak, to that. But he wants you to know that he's fine, and you don't need to worry about him. Um, he's concerned about you and making sure he wants to make sure that you take care of you. Okay. um, that you're able to continue on. And he's there. It's like he's got his hands underneath your elbows, supporting you, and he's helping you. He's guiding you through everything.
Okay, thank you.
He's, he's. I'm being shown that in actuality, not that he wanted to do this alone, but he actually feels better because you didn't have to go through that pain and that suffering of going through that with him. Um, he's very proud, and he um, he said it would have hurt him more to see you go through that whole process. That this is easiest for you. This is the best for you, even if you don't feel that maybe it was.
Okay. Okay, I was just sad because I didn't want him to be alone. It made me sad.
Yeah. He's one of those that, like I said, it just, for him, it was, he didn't want to put that pressure on you or anybody else. And so for him, this was like the best way to do it, the best way to go.
What do you mean? Yeah. It was an accident.
Yes. Right.
Yes.
But the fact that he didn't have to put you through anything more than what you're already going through. His heart is so huge. And it's like he protects you. He covets you. And so as far as to protect you as much as he possibly could from anything in life, really, that was what he wanted to do. Was more than anything is just to protect you. And that's what he's showing you, is he's still trying to protect you. He's still, he had so much love for you. It's absolutely, it's beautiful, really. And so he just wants you to know that he's with you all the time.
I'm happy to hear that.
Good. Is there anything else?
No, that'll help me. I just needed to know he was okay.
He is more than okay.
I felt so guilty. I felt so guilty.
I know.
That he was alone.
And he knows that. He doesn't want you to feel that way. He doesn't want you to feel that way.
Okay. Thank you very much.
You're so very welcome. Have a wonderful evening.
You too.
Next, we have Christina in Cape Canaveral. Good evening, Christina, and welcome to Your Time to Shine.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. I left my name and hoping that you could basically give me any information that comes to you.
Yes, absolutely. Is there a specific question, or you just want to see what comes through?
Just what comes through. My questions usually don't get answered. I usually don't have the right ones.
All right. Spirit has different ideas for you then. I see. Okay. All right. Christina, there's going to be just a little moment of silence here as I tune in. So I'll be right back with you, okay?
All right.
Okay, Christina. Um, so it's interesting. I'm seeing this image of someone kind of with their hand under their chin and this inquisitive look on their face. Like there's so many questions. There's so many unanswered questions that you are pondering right now, and you're you're trying to kind of, it's like you're going through and you're trying to dig through all the information and putting it together to figure out which way you're going to be going, which step you're taking next. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like you've got your hands in a lot of, as the old saying goes, your hands are in a lot of different pots. And what they're saying is you're looking at so many different things. You really need to be able to zero in, because the universe is here to help you to answer some of those questions and to guide you. But right now, you're thinking, oh well, let's go do this over here. Oh wait, no, maybe it's over here that I need to start. Oh wait, no, it's over here. So when we aren't clear about our intentions of what we're asking for, it makes it hard for the universe to be able to say, yep, I know exactly what you're asking for. Here, let's go in this direction, right? So it feels like it's really a matter of you being able to get clear on what it is that you're looking to do. Um, are you looking to start your own business, or like a new endeavor or something? I feel like there's this new beginning, this new start for you.
I know what I want to do. I don't know how to get there.
Okay. Okay. So, and then part of this is, you know what you want to do, and a lot of times the universe can kind of answer that for us, right? We're always trying to figure out, okay, how do I get from point, I know how to get to point A, maybe know how to get to point B, but I don't know anything in between. And that's where asking the universe for help is crucial, because they can show us little pieces, right? Little things to get us moving in that right direction. Um, so do you know how you want it to look on the other end? When you get to point B, you kind of know how you want that to look.
I think I have an idea. Not only do I don't know how to get there, but my whole life has been turned upside down. And I have no idea how to proceed sometimes to the next day. So, yeah, I
Right.
am in a quandary.
Right. Okay. Okay. Um, it's interesting. I don't know if you heard me talking at the beginning of the show about taking things into bite-sized pieces when our world kind of turns upside down or takes a little bit of a dive compared to where we thought it was going to be, right? And it turns us inside out, and we
Mm-hmm.
say, "Oh, I don't even know what I'm supposed to be doing right now." So it's a matter of looking at things in bite-sized chunks. And as I was explaining earlier, for me, I actually had to do 1 hour at a time, because that's all that my emotional body could handle at the time. But for some people, maybe it's a half a day. I can't look more than a half a day. Otherwise, my mind just goes crazy and I start falling apart. I don't know how to carry through. So it's about taking those little pieces and going, okay, I'm only going to concentrate on 4 hours today. I don't know what the end of my day is going to look like, but I just got to concentrate here. So it's a matter of kind of getting that piece of it like smoothed out is what they're showing me. And as long as you know how you want your business to look, right? And like, so if you're looking at a business and you say, I want to make sure that every week I have 3 clients. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to have 3 clients a week, right? So letting the universe show you how to get that center piece, right? You know what that looks like. You know what point A looks like, and you know what point B looks like, right? So they're saying get very clear about those 2 pieces so that they can help you get that centerpiece to go. Does that make sense?
A little bit.
Okay.
Okay. Are you getting anything else at this point?
So part of getting your business up and off the ground, I really feel like this upheaval, they're showing me that this upheaval is really, it may not seem like it, but it's what's needing to be happening in order to push you through to the other side, to a new way of being, so that you can get that business going. I know it doesn't feel that way, but it's what they're showing me. It's like everything had to kind of be uprooted and starting over in order for you to kind of have this clean slate.
Okay.
Because what I'm being shown is the people that are in your life right now, not everybody, but there's a few key people in your life that it's like they almost need to fall away before you can move forward. It's like they're holding you back a little bit. Does that make sense?
It does.
Okay. So it's like getting clear on that piece of it, because you're really never going to be able to be the beautiful, bright star that you are, the bright light, because they're holding you back. They're saying, no, you can't do that. No. Try something different, right? But this is what your heart is calling for. This is what you're being called to do. And so it's a matter of rising up and saying, no, this is what I'm going to do, right? It's like standing in your power. And that's what you're being asked to do.
Okay. Am I going to get help doing this? And by that I mean, am I going to be guided?
Oh, yes. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. It's about getting clear and being ready to stand in your power and say, yes, I am ready for the next move. Show me what that is. Okay?
Okay. How do I move forward to start receiving that kind of advice? I mean, do I have to meditate, or will it just come naturally?
You're very naturally gifted, but your mind is moving very, very fast. So you just need to calm your mind. And if meditation doesn't work for you, then go take a walk in nature. Go do something that takes your mind off of it so that messages can actually come in and you go, oh, I understand what that means. Okay?
Okay.
Christina, we're coming down to the last couple seconds of our show. So I want to say thank you so much for calling in. And I hope this has been helpful for you.
All right. Well, thank you very much for calling.
You're welcome. That does it for me, everyone. Thanks for listening in tonight. You can reach me on my Facebook pages at Julie YeagerWalker Medium, or Your Time to Shine, or wingsofsoulswithjulie.com. Have a great night, everybody.